Welcome back, comic book collectors and enthusiasts. My name's Brandon. You're watching M.O.N.Comics. Hey everyone, happy Friday. Hope everyone had a good week. I had an interesting one, to say the least. I'm filming this video on Wednesday, and as of this past Sunday, I figured out that I had a herniated disc in my back. So you can't see it right now, but I'm sitting here with this huge ice belt on, and I have to get an MRI on Thursday to see how they're going to go about fixing it. But what's the saying? The show must go on. So here I am filming a video to try to take my mind off everything that's been going on. So this week, besides the Monmail Mighty 5, I actually had a cool idea. So I think I've mentioned in my videos before that I'm a custodian at a local college. And throughout my day-to-day duties in my building, one of them requires me to do all the recycling and garbage. Well, when it comes to recycling, we do have a lot of cans. And the university is kind enough to say if any of the custodians that work in those buildings would like to keep the cans, they're welcome to. So I decided I'm going to challenge myself. I have a bunch of receptacles throughout the building, and each week I can get between 1 to 2 of these size bags. This is the first one I started, and I could take them back at the end of the week and see how much I can collect. So I want to challenge myself. I want to see throughout the semester, so from a couple weeks ago through December when the semester ends, how much money I can raise for a comic just by collecting cans. This kind of harkens back to when I was a little boy, before I was able to work. Living in a college town, I always asked my parents, how could I raise some money to buy comics or toys? My dad would always say, go hunt cans. So this is just a test to see, if you're trying to collect comics on a budget, maybe you live somewhere where you might be able to collect cans, and I want to see what I can do within a few months and what kind of comic I can acquire just by collecting cans. So that's going to be an ongoing thing. I'm going to update probably end of each month, so I'll update at the end of September, October, November, and then December when the kids leave for break. And we'll just see how far I get. I just thought it'd be fun and something you guys can keep track of at home and maybe inspire someone to go out and find a way to get some comics in their hands without having to pay a lot of money. But without further ado, on to this week's Monmail Mighty 5. So this week wasn't a ton of purchases. I actually had a gift and a couple trades. The first book comes to me from my friend off of Chris on Instagram. Chris has been a fan of the channel for some time. He reached out and said he had these monster books. He knew I was down, and I had some books he wanted. So this is Fear issue 3 from 1971, written by Stan Lee and Larry Lieber, who, along with those two and Jack Kirby, are co-creators of Groot. So this cover art was done by Jack Kirby, who did the pencils, and Steve Ditko, who did the inks, which was really interesting. Fear ran for 31 issues from 1970 to 1975. The first 9 issues were just Fear. And then when you get into the 10th issues, that's when it becomes Adventures into Fear. And that's when a bunch of Man-Thing solo stories starts, which I have a lot. But I think I'm going to try to collect the whole series. So I've got currently 7, so I need the other 24. So a little bit lower of a grade, but it is a really cool book. I like the corner box up there with the monsters. I haven't read this story yet. There's some Mayan stories in here where this monster comes from. A bunch of different compilation stories. It is a pretty thick square-bound book, so very excited to add a low Fear into my collection. So thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. The next book also came from Chris. He had 2 books. He actually had Fear number 9 as well. So this was written by Stan Lee and Larry Lieber as well. And then the cover pencils were done by Jack Kirby and the inks done by Dick Ayers. So I love any kind of, sea creatures or creatures, whether they're mythical or real, like giant octopus has always captured my imagination as a kid. I really love the Fear trade dress. Changing it to Adventures into Fear was interesting. This catches you. I could see on the comic rack as a kid, you could see that and say, wow, that's a beautiful book. So very cool cover, very pre-code horror-esque. But again, Chris, thanks a lot, man, for the trade. I appreciate it. I'm on Instagram, so if you have a book you think I'd like and you want to entertain a trade, please just reach out to me. Chris did, and we become friends. So thanks very much, Chris. Fear number 9. The third book is an early birthday present. My birthday's on the 24th of this month. For my friend Michael, who I've talked about before. We've been collecting friends for, 7-8 years now. He lives in California. I'm over here on the East Coast, but he sent me Man-Thing number 17 towards my first solo Man-Thing run. This is from 1975, written, of course, by Steve Gerber, and cover art by Gil Kane, who did a lot of Man-Thing covers, and I think he draws them the best. I love it. So yeah, I'm slowly chipping away at that run. I actually have some books on the way in, and I want to make a video to celebrate possibly another 2023 collecting goal scratched off. Really kind of you, Michael. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I look forward to sending you some stuff in the mail too. The Fantastic Four spot this week is pretty epic. I've been on eBay shopping a little bit now and then, and something has really shown me. Everyone talks about the market, being down. It's a buyer's market, and it's absolutely true. What I've been doing is I've been going through Fantastic Four issues from like 30 down to 20, and just putting them on my watch list. Ones that aren't like too crazy priced. I've been checking cover price to see, what a fair market value for the corresponding book on eBay is selling for, and if it's like even or a little bit above, I hit watch. Well, lately I've been getting a couple offers from it, and this one was too good to pass up, and I'm very happy to add a Fantastic Four number 21 in a CGC 3.0, Stan Lee story, Jack Kirby and George Russo's art, and Jack Kirby and Paul Ryman cover. It is the first appearance of Hate Monger and the first Sergeant Fury crossover. I got this for sub $100. If you're picking up Fantastic Four Silver Age issues in the 20 for sub $100, it's a buyer's market. So I did read this online. It's pretty cool. The Hate Monger is, they, spoiler alert, they go through, they have this huge fight, and they take off his hood at the end, Scooby-Doo style. It's Hitler. And the Fantastic Four are like, how could it be Hitler? He died years ago. And they're like, well, Hitler had, a bunch of bodyguards apparently, or body doubles, so it's very possible this could be one of his doubles or the real Hitler. It's a mystery, but really cool. I love this cover by Jack Kirby. Of course, he's my favorite artist, but another Fantastic Four issue notched off the list. A graded one at that. 3.0, very affordable, was very happy. So I got this from an eBay seller. I'm going to put his name up here, actually, because the whole experience was great. As soon as I bought it, he reached out and said, hey, I'm going to have your tracking by tomorrow. Let me know when the book gets to you safely. Just great communication throughout the whole process. Packaged extremely well. Worked with, he threw out the deal for this, just by me watching the item. So I really appreciate him being an awesome seller, and I'm always like to promote great sellers on here. So definitely I'll leave his eBay store link in the description. Go check him out. Really nice guy. So thank you very much. The last book this week I picked up at Whedon's Mini Mall a while back. I love Justice League Dark, and two of the characters shot out to me. So this is Challenge of the Unknown 87 from 1978, written by Jerry Conway, cover art by Alex Saviuk and Dick Giordano. Features Deadman and Swamp Thing, and also Rip Hunter in this issue. So very cool cover. I've just been into Justice League Dark a lot lately, and any of the characters I can get. Swamp Thing, even though he's only on there a little bit, he's larger than life. It's in okay shape. I didn't pay that much, but it was just a fun day to hunt at the mini mall, and I'm still just really Challenge of the Unknown, created by Jack Kirby when he was back at DC, and how it just kind of mirrors the Fantastic Four. I'm intrigued by that. So it was a very cool pickup. So Challenge of the Unknown, 87 in the collection. So that's it for this week, folks. Thanks for sticking with me. I'm glad I could get a video out despite my current ailments. I'm about 113 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers. So please, if you wouldn't mind, if you're watching this video, you're digging what I have for comics and what I'm showing you, my content, please consider subscribing and hitting like. Get me to that 1,000 subscribers so I can do an epic giveaway. In the comments, please tell me which one of these books you think I did good on, the Fantastic Four 21, and any of these books. Any fans of the Adventures into Fear or Fear books or Challenge of the Unknown, Man-Thing? Let me know in the comments what you think. And did any of you collect cans as a kid to pay for comics? I'd love to know if anyone else was out there hustling like that to get comics. So until next time, have a great weekend and keep reading those comics.